Yes, people. Welcome back to Let's Talk Everything. Listen, I'm getting a little feel. I'm getting a little feel. If you haven't checked out my videos recently, I've just been doing random videos. I've got the equipment here. I've been talking about the greatest serial conversation on YouTube. So if you haven't seen that, please check that out. I think it's a good conversation. This is the best underground sort of YouTube, and I will put myself out there. I'm gonna back myself. This is a great YouTube channel where Let's Talk Everything, where you can play in the background while you're studying, you know, going to work, having a lie in, just you want to put something in the background. This is the best sort of place to be, right? If you don't mind hearing my voice. So, people, I am Welcome. My name is Welcome. Yes, you heard that correctly. I talk about everything and anything. I just do YouTube for fun, really, I guess. I'm on the road to 236 subscribers. So if I can make it to 236 subscribers, that will do well for the channel. Um, I'm joking. But comment, like, share, and subscribe. Today, I wanted to bring up some news as well. There's been a lot that's happened in the news. Obviously, as you can see, I'm a Liverpool fan. It's been a minute since I spoke about Liverpool, but Liverpool had the first pre-season under Iraola. And boy, guys, let me tell you something. I love a pre-season. I love a pre-season. Even under Slot, when we played Real Betis, we played the Arsenals, Athletic Bilbao at Anfield and stuff like that. Bro, I'm a big fan of preseason, and yesterday we got to see Iraola do his thing. Guys, I got a bit of a Jurgen Klopp feel to this team. I feel it's back. We're pressing, guys. We're pressing, and that is crazy. So we will talk about Liverpool, and also we have to talk about the news. David Jonsson has been announced as the new Black Panther. I have my thoughts. That obviously Marvel done their little convention yesterday. They dropped some Doomsday stuff as well, which I might touch upon as well. So listen, people, it's a Sunday. Chillax, relax. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. I hope your mental health as well. I hope you have well as well in your life as well, in your world. I hope health and wealth is all being all good to you. You feel me? So man, without further ado, let's get into today's videos. And I'm gonna start with Liverpool because obviously there are some news that, listen, Bradley Barcola, guys, it started off with Bradley Barcola will not sign a new deal at Paris Saint-Germain. The decision is confirmed, but as always, reported is always open to exploring a move this summer and will not sign a new contract. Liverpool had Barcola on the top of their list, and then voila, breaking. Liverpool have been leading the race for Bradley Barcola since April, and they're working on the deal. Understand Barcola is open to the move and gives priority to LFC project if they can get a deal done with PSG. Liverpool waiting for PSG's indications on price and details. And they're saying the price is 170. Oh, gosh. They're saying the price is 170. Do you know what's weird? It's not the price. It's that I'm not gonna bore you with this law. Like, listen, there's other football channels. This is not a football channel. I'm just, a little microscopic underground YouTube that's sharing my little 2 pence. Look, for me, when it comes to Liverpool and the hierarchy, you seem to have vested into the young G's, the sort of academy. Konate has left, and you've got someone like a Jacquet. You've got someone like a Leone. Do you get what I'm saying? And you got two of those little centre backs that played yesterday in preseason games. I'm gonna get into their names. I'm gonna apologize if I butcher the names. Like, pronunciation when it comes to certain names is not my forte, so I ain't even gonna try attempt. So, but I'm gonna put them up. You feel me? So you got 170 there. Are Liverpool willing to pay for that? And if it's 170 mil that Bradley Barcola is saying, are we just spending that on one winger? We just saw Joe Gomez yesterday in first couple minutes of the preseason against Sunderland, came off injured. And I want Joey G to do well at Liverpool. I want him to be one of the centre backs that can stay fit and play the games that that needs to be played. Because guys, it's going to be a long season. There's more games, and you need someone like a Joe Gomez. But we've known about Joel Gomez and his injury record, and it's not looking good, bruv. So you're paying 170 mil for a Barcola when you can ask yourself, okay, could we divide that money? Look, we just saw Lacroix go to Chelsea for 50 M's. We've missed out, guys. And do you know what's crazy? When he was at Wolfsburg, I remember Liverpool being linked with him under the Jurgen Klopp sort of era. But yeah, that was something that, there were a lot of talks about us getting Lacroix, but that didn't materialize. He went to Crystal Palace, done really well, and then voila, he's at Chelsea. And by the way, guys, I think that's a good move for Lacroix as well, and that's a good appointment for Chelsea. I think, just a little side note, I think Chelsea might be onto something next season. They might be onto something, but maybe I'll do a separate video to that, but we'll see. So I'm thinking to myself, the likes of Bastoni that's out there. I think it's the Antonio Silva that's going to Nottingham Forest from Benfica as well. Demonde as well. I think he's going to Nottingham Forest. I'm not too. I can't remember top of my head, but those centre backs are going, slipping through our fingers. What is Liverpool doing? The World Cup is done. I said to the boys in the group chat, "Yo, wait for the World Cup to end." Blah 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 blah. Look, we still haven't made signings. And please, guys, can we do our due diligence to the new gaff? Because yesterday, that preseason game with the players that we had, I was still surprised. Yes, it's preseason, but at the same time, it's not about seeing the goals and stuff like that. It's seeing how the goals worked, the tactics. I ain't saying I'm one top-tier tactician. I'm just saying, bro, from what I saw, we played really well. So let's get into it, because this was speaking to the situation with Barcola. What is Liverpool doing? Are we putting money to Barcola? Or we put money, dividing up money, and we get into talking to our scouting team and say, yo, go to France, go to the South America, see if we can scout some sort of players. Can we get the Diaz before he goes to the Portos? Can we get a sort of Caicedo before he went to the Brightons? Can we get the Ryans before he went to Bournemouth? So can we sort of do that? What is our business sort of style as well? Because especially if we've got an Iraola, a manager that people say that can develop young players, are we getting that? Or develop these sort of players like he did with Krupi, and that he did with Ryan, that he did with Semenya, that like he did with Dominic Solanke? What are we giving him? Do you get what I'm saying? That he can work with. So, and I think, what is the priority right now? Is it a winger that we need a priority? Ringo and Gamola looked bright yesterday, but but at the same time, he's still young. I'm not trying to put pressure on a young kid. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure if it's an unpopular opinion, but I don't want Rio to be starting. I don't mind Rio playing games, but I don't think I want Rio starting. I need competition on that side as well. And the likes of Gakpo as well. Could we have another player? When Diaz came as well, Gakpo had to fight. I need that sort of level of players that needs to be competing for the left wing side. And then you have a Rio Angoma. Not saying that you stop his progression, but you can still play in games. Like I tell you, people, games are gonna be, there are gonna be more games, guys, people. There are gonna be games that Rio can start. You feel me? But we're talking about Premier League. And I guess it goes down to the expectation, what we expect for Liverpool and Iraola as well in his first season. So obviously you got to look at the talks about Barcola. But let's go to yesterday's game. Liverpool beat Sunderland 4-2, man. And let me tell you off the bat, people. Listen. Great, it's a great preseason game. The likes of Madashvili. Yeah, I told you, pronouncing, names is not my thing. Then you got the Moata Ndidi. I think it's a Senegalese defender that we just bought as well. We got Timikas as well that started as well. Joe Gomez that obviously had to come off injured as well. Frimpong started. James McConnell. I really like James McConnell. I think he's bright spark. His game, in the Carabao Cup final against Chelsea when he came on as well. I think a very great game. And I think he played the FA Cup game against Norwich, I believe, as well. I think he set up Curtis Jones for a header. So he's a top talent as well. His Ajax move, loan spell, didn't really go too well. But nevertheless, he was good. Kieran Morrison as well on the score sheet. Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Will Wright as well, and Ria and Gomoa. And we had the likes of Milos Korkes, Dominic Szoboszlai, Frederick Kaziza, Freddie Woodburn that came on. Joshua Adewoto Wabi Adbi. Okay, maybe it's not for me. It's not for me. But he came on. Trey Nyoni, which I'll talk about. Luke Chambers, Calvin Ramsey, Callum Scallion, Lewis Kumas, Nagdu K. And that's the kid. Now, reports just came out today as well that he couldn't get his work permit, so Liverpool will be sending him on loan. So once again, with that 170 million people, what are we doing with that? Are we getting our centre back that can compete against the Jacquets and stuff like that? Is Jacquet our starting, or is it Jacquet versus Leone that's going to be the understudy to Virgil van Dijk? But we need to find a replacement for Virgil van Dijk, guys. Let's not do this. There's a pattern of Liverpool where we don't replace our players. We didn't replace Diaz. We didn't replace Salah. We didn't replace Trent. So what are we doing, guys, people? So we need to think for the future. We need to think, okay, what are we doing with this team and what we're doing to back Iraola as well. Guys, we got off quick. I think the first goal was really telling of the Iraola sort of way he was playing from the back as well. James McConnell drives the ball in. I think he passes it to Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones passes to Harvey Elliott. And then Harvey Elliott gives it to Morrison. Morrison does a nice cut in, left footer, curlers, give him Mo Salah-esque. Great goal as well. Enzo Lefebvre scored a cracker goal. That's what happens as well. James McConnell loses the ball in their half as well. Caught us in the transition, and voila, what a strike as well. And you can't really save those as well. It was a great strike. Then Dominic Szoboszlai is doing what he's doing, and that's vice captain. I'm putting it out here, people. Dominic Szoboszlai is our vice captain and I think he should be. He's the captain. He just has that captain material. I think the whole aesthetic and archetype of a Dominic Szoboszlai wearing the number 8. He has a little tattoo kind of representing. I think you never walk alone as well. He knew that Liverpool was the club for him as well, and he strikes. His ball playing abilities as well that Dominic Szoboszlai can do. He's just destined for that vice captain role as well, and you can see that even in the inside training that Liverpool's been doing, Dominic Szoboszlai has been sort of the guy at the moment as well. Just looking after the sort of players as well. He has that sort of in his sort of locker. So. Listen, then Frederick Chiesa came on, and Lewis Kumas, who had a good loan spell at Blackburn as well, if I'm not mistaken, it was Blackburn. I think he even scored one of the winning goals for them to get into the playoffs as well. Listen, Lewis Kumas is a top talent. I remember under Jurgen Klopp as well. I think against Southampton he came on as well. He was playing alongside Jadon Danns. I think he scored there as well. I think he comes from a football family as well. So Lewis Kumas, and he's Welsh. Yeah, he's Welsh. So listen, Lewis Kumas, top talent. I think he should have an opportunity this season as well. But there's one player that I want to talk about, man. It's Trey Nyoni. Guys, my Paul Pogba Regen. And let me tell you something now. In the last sort of 10 years, maybe 15, you see see Paul Pogba. That's my footballer, man. I put Paul Pogba one of the I put Paul Pogba as one of the best midfielders out there, man. And it's a shame with injuries and how it ended with United and so forth and what happened as well. Paul Pogba had to be at Real Madrid, but he didn't. He suited a Real Madrid. As much as I hate Real Madrid, he suited a Real Madrid. But see, Paul Pogba, when he played for France, oh gosh, one of my best assists that I've seen for Paul is the one he played for Giroud for France. Even I think was it the Euro Conference tournament? During 2020 he scored that banger as well from. Listen, just Paul Pogba is one of my best footballers that I rate highly. Cool, Paul Pogba's there, but when you got the likes of this is my Paul Pogba Regen, bro. Trey Nyoni. Let me tell you something now. From Leicester, we cooped him from Leicester as well. This guy is a top talent. I'm telling you, I'm putting my stocks heavy. He's going straight to the top. The composure, the technique that he has on his passes. Do you know what I mean? The way he just plays forward. He just thinks forward. And you can see this time round, him and Rio as well, body cups as well, into the first team, integrated as well. And to be fair to Slot as well, he integrated Nyoni into the team as well. He was getting, his name was rumbling into the academy. I think you had to put someone like Trey Nyoni amongst the first team. You know what I'm saying? He's such a top talent. So Arne Slot did give him, a few chances as well last season. Would have liked a bit more, but I think this time round, and I know we're talking about we might need midfielders and stuff like that, but I think Trey and Nyoni, and I know I keep saying like the likes of Ray and Gomo, I think we should give him time, but I think a Trey Nyoni could start playing into the first team if he got a Szoboszlai or McAllister right behind him as well and played a bit further forward, because he plays forward, man. He plays forward, and I think even with it's a Chiesa's goal as well when he gave it to Calvin Ramsey as well. Just that time and composure, passes it to Calvin Ramsey. Calvin Ramsey, picks up Chiesa who wanted the ball and then slots it back in. Oh, I said slot. Yeah, no, but Chiesa shoots, voila. Do you get what I'm saying? I think Chiesa must be happy and Slot has gone anyway. But I think the likes of Trey Nyoni, I think he can be in part of our midfield. I think he's just whole aesthetic. He's gone a bit bigger as well. He's put on that sort of muscle mass as well. That's really good. He's still young as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Only 19 years of age as well. Still needs to grow. You can still put him in academy games as well. But I think being around the first team as well this time round, I think is really good as well. And it seems like Iraola, which I feel like I didn't get from Slot, was taking a liking to our academy players. The likes of Lewis Kumas as well. The likes of Harvey Elliott. The likes of Calvin Ramsey. I would love to see what they will be like under Iraola. Do you get what I'm saying? Because if Iraola has that, that knack of improving young players, like I said, the likes of Krupi, Dominic Solanke, Semenyo, and so forth, I think I would like to see what he does as well. I remember as well when Bournemouth was doing really well, Tyler Adam was in that midfield as well. And, Tyler Adam as well, that was a really good sort of CDM as well. Even Man United was looking for him as well. I think if he can do well with Tyler Adams, I think a Trey Nyoni could be there as well. So listen, you know, I think that was a good first preseason game. Do you get what I'm saying? I heard what Iraola said as well. You know, I think the heat and everything. He said the pitch was a bit slow as well. You know, obviously it's the first game, but he wants that intensity. And you know who said intensity a lot? Jurgen Klopp, and I think he has that sort. And I'm not trying to compare. I'm not trying to say he has to be like Jurgen Klopp. I'm not trying to say that Iraola can be his own sort of man. But I think this sort of notion and that sort of narrative where with Liverpool we associate that intensity, that should be part of the Liverpool way. And look, Mo Salah gave us a great assist by telling us, listen, we should go back to that sort of football because it suits us. That is our football style, having that intensity, having that high press as well. I think I can't remember whose goal as well. Even probably, I think the Lewis Kumas goal as well. I think also was like pressing from the front as well. You know, that high intensity. You know, Sunderland didn't have a chance to get onto the ball as well. And even is it Daniel Bullard as well, the centre back as well. I think even us, we should be looking at him as well. I think if he has a great season under Sunderland this season, I think he might get a move. But I think he even said there's a big difference between the Slot and Iraola, where he said Slot was very possession based as well. You know, keeping the ball passed side to side to side, where Iraola's team seems to be playing forward immediately. And when you got a like Trey Nyoni, he's always thinking that forward passes. Yes, once he starts developing and growing, I think Trey Nyoni is the guy that should stay. I know there was little conversations about him going on loan. I think Trey Nyoni should stay at Liverpool. You feel me? I think he has a reason to stay at Liverpool and break through into this first team season. Obviously, it'll be interesting to see what Stefan Bajcetic does as well when he comes into the fold as well. So they may look like at that as well. Okay, is Dave Bajcetic really close to coming back and being a stay? But I think if you already integrated Trey Nyoni, if anything, I think Steve Bajcetic should go on loan. You feel me? But we'll see. But that's the Liverpool way. We won 4-2 yesterday. I didn't really care about the score too much as well. It was about how we got those goals. I was impressed. I really sort of enjoyed that game. And that's what it is. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Let's see if Fabrizio Romano has said anything as well as updated on the Barcola situation. So, no, we'll see what Liverpool does. And you know what I mean? I'm not going to come here. If they do sign him, I'm not going to come here and say, oh my gosh, breaking news. It's not that thing. But anyways, let's fast forward. Anyway, let's fast forward to the main news that's just happened right now. Oh my God, damn son Idris, you're not the Black Panther. It's David Jonsson. Interesting. I can't lie. Let me be honest with you. Off the rip, guys, I am so surprised it's David Jonsson. So surprised. I didn't see that coming. But I did not see that coming at all, people. Because the notion was Damson Idris. He done a film with with Angela Bassett as well. I can't remember. He's in a new film that's coming out as well that has that sort of African sort of tribal, so I don't know anything about that film. But they were doing sort of press release. I think they done a Prada show and they were together as well. And obviously people kept asking in interviews, are you playing the Black Panther? In news, mind games, of course. But it's not him. And I saw something crazy. I'm gonna be silly first. I'm just gonna be silly. Because they are saying that the reason that Damson didn't get the role for Black Panther is because Ryan Coogler's bridges with Michael B. Jordan. And who's Michael B. Jordan's ex? It's Damson's girl, Laurie Harvey. Politics. Listen, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows, right? David Jonsson could have done the audition and knocked it out the park, right? But that's what they say. That's what they're saying. It's Twitter. I don't know, but I'm just saying that's what they said. If that's the case, because I can't lie. I think most people bought into the idea that it was gonna be Damson Idris. We bought into that idea. We was like, we didn't think David Jonsson was not in the forefront of thinking that he would be Black Panther. And let me tell you something now with my introduction of David Jonsson. I heard that he's an upcoming actor that is really good. I know he was in the Alien film Renaissance? He was in that film Waste Man. I saw him in Industry. That's a BBC One drama series. I think HBO bought last season or the last 2 seasons, I think. But I saw on BBC iPlayer, yeah, he started on that show. He was great. He was great in that. Like and over, especially his character as well. That over time as well, when the production started, they really started cooking. I think from like if you want to watch that show, like go. I recommend that show. Industry is a great show, right? Like great. So his character arc as well really develops as well, and there's times where he really commands the sort of presence of the screen. But a Black Panther, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. I'll be honest with you, but look, he's a great actor that I know. I'm gonna watch Wasteman today because I need to see more of it. It's a big role, and what I mean. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. It was tragic what happened. Cool. We move on, and David Jonsson is the new T'Challa. I wonder what's gonna really happen because the likes of Denzel Washington that's been casted into the film. What is Black Panther 3? How much is it gonna tie into Doomsday and so forth? Is he gonna have a role in Secret Wars or Doomsday? When are we gonna see him? All that stuff I'll leave for the breakdown, guys. Heavy spoilers and Emergency Awesome and Charlie and them man to break it down. But I tell you now, people, I'm here for it. And especially because it's such a curveball to what we thought of Damson Idris, it highlights more because he is a good actor. And it's not saying that he's better than Damson Idris because Damson is a good actor as well. But his craft is really good and he does very sort of, I would say, abstract sort of films as well. Like from looking from out the window as well. I'm going to tune in and watch some of his films and maybe I'll come back and say to you, okay, this is what I saw from him. But what I saw from Industry as well, he played a gay character on that as well. And, I think his role as well was very pivotal to the show of Industry as well. Like he had a very important character arc as well, which he carried really well. So, but to be under that Marvel Disney franchise, to be the Black Panther that now will carry this sort of Black Panther legacy moving forward is a big feel to fill in, if that makes sense. But I think he has it. I think he has it in his locker. I definitely think he has it in his locker, but we'll see what happens. Can I see? This was oralless, but we can work with it. Why are people doing this? Why are people doing it? You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. But I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. It's such a curveball. Like it's just such a curveball. I was so shocked. I just didn't expect it. And David Jonsson, I was just showing him in the injury, and I know he's good. Like I know he's a good actor, and he even done that film where the characters has to walk. They can't stop walking. If they stop walking, they die or something like that. Apparently, he was really good in that as well. And to be fair, he had his character in Industry has some Ghanaian roots as well. So he was in the Ashiki as well. Is it Ashiki? I should know. That's appalling. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, nevertheless, he had his character was good on that as well. But okay, let's just Black. So David Jonsson has been cast as T'Challa's son in Black Panther 3. So he's the son. So we have to see. See? This is what they're saying. Hearing that the reason Ryan Coogler didn't choose Damson Idris as Black Panther is because he's close with Michael B. Jordan, who supposedly has been beef with Idris because Damson dated his ex-girlfriend, Lori Harvey. That's what they're saying. It's not me. I'm just reporting. Do you know what I mean? So, December the 15th, 2028, a Christmas Black Panther film. We're getting a Doomsday Christmas film, a Marvel Christmas film. I don't mind it. I see a little Christmas season with a great film. Oh my days. I am here for that. But listen, David Jonsson is a great actor. He is. There's no denying that. T'Challa's a big one. Okay? Now, Marvel has also dropped some news about Doomsday. Robert Downey Jr. came out. The cast of Doomsday came out. I'm not going to speak too much of it. Okay? I'm still, like I said, I'm still skeptical about Doomsday. I'm still like, I'm not too sure. Ryan Gosling has been casted as Ghost Rider. Now, I'm a Ghost Rider fan. And funny enough, you see Ghost Rider, Nicolas Cage one, the first one? I don't really mind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things. It's like you remember Ang Lee's Incredible Hulk? It's like that for me. Like I do like it. Like even though it's Nicolas Cage, and I don't think he should be Ghost Rider, but I do like it. Ryan Gosling is one of those things is where you say I think you're destined to play those type of characters as well. So yeah, and I think we kind of knew everyone was campaigning for Ryan Gosling to be Ghost Rider. We get a Ghost Rider film, but it's interesting that we don't have a Blade film yet. Mahershala Ali is out there. He wants to be playing Blade, but we're getting. You know what? That's what I told you. Kevin Feige, I'm telling you, it's still. Bro, there's a question mark on your head top. As much as I might be crashing it on James Gunn as well at the moment. Listen, I was gonna do a review on Green Lanterns as well. The new trailer came out. It looks good. It looks alright. If you want to see that, just watch my other video, my Green Lanterns breakdown video. But if not, it's fine. But Kevin Feige, I still have a question mark on top of your head. What are you doing? What are you doing? Because I was waiting for a Blade film because I don't think it's hard to make a Blade film. And what is your process? Even getting Doomsday, like I said, getting the Russo brothers back, Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom, Pedro Pascal. You know, there's all internal, people that's there. Sorry if you can hear some noise in the background, but what are you doing, Kevin Feige? I'm just question mark. I'm not saying what you're doing in so is bad or wrong, but you have to win. Someone like me, you have to win me back. Anyways, Ryan Gosling being Ghost Rider, cool. That's fine. I'm here for that. That'll be great. Black Panther is played by David Jonsson. He'll be playing the new Black Panther. Great casting. Let's see what happens. I trust Ryan Coogler anyway. After what he's worked, he's work that he's done as well. I think I might do a breakdown on Ryan Coogler's films. Actually, I might just do a little deep dive, a little appreciation video on Ryan Coogler's films. But this is a good casting. Let's see what happens. I'm still waiting for Doomsday. We'll see what happens. But yeah, in a bit, people.